Nature's therapy. Why time outdoors strengthens the elderly heart. Hello, my dear friends. It's always such a gift to spend these quiet moments together again. Maybe you're listening with a cup of warm tea beside you, or perhaps sitting by a window where morning light gently spills across the floor. Wherever you are, thank you for being here. Today's reflection is about something simple, yet profoundly healing. Something that costs nothing, requires no prescription, and is available to every one of us. I'm talking about nature, the world outside our walls, the wind, the sunlight, the whisper of trees, the song of birds, the living rhythm that we were born into long before life became so busy, so mechanical, so loud. And I want to share with you why even 20 minutes a day outdoors can be one of the most powerful medicines for the aging heart, and not just for your body, but for your spirit too. So settle in, take a slow breath, and let's walk together through the quiet wisdom of the natural world. You know, as we grow older, we start to notice how the body slows down. Maybe your knees remind you to take smaller steps. Maybe you feel the heart working a bit harder than it used to. And sometimes, you might feel a quiet heaviness, not just in your body, but in your soul. The world today moves so fast, phones buzz, screens glow, and even the news seems to shout for our attention. It's easy to forget that our bodies and our hearts were never designed for such constant noise. We were meant for rhythm, for sunrise and sunset, for the soft hush of leaves moving in the wind, for stillness. And that's why time outdoors is more than just a pleasant pastime. It's a kind of therapy, a return to the way we were meant to live. Let me tell you a story. There's a woman I know named Margaret, 75 years old, with a smile as gentle as spring rain. After her husband passed, she found herself spending long days inside, sitting by the TV, hardly moving. She told me she felt her world getting smaller each week, her energy fading, her mood sinking, her sleep restless. Then one morning, her granddaughter asked her to join her for a walk in the nearby park. At first, she said no. Her knees hurt, her back ached. She felt too tired, but her granddaughter insisted, and so she went. They didn't go far, just a slow loop around the park. They stopped to look at the ducks, listened to children's laughter, and sat for a while under a big maple tree. When they returned home, Margaret said something beautiful. She said, "For the first time in months, I felt like my heart remembered how to breathe." Since that day, she goes to that park every morning, not to exercise, not to count steps or track progress, but simply to be. And slowly, her blood pressure improved, her mood lifted, and even her doctor noticed her heart growing stronger. That's not magic. That's the body remembering its natural rhythm, the one nature teaches us every day. You see, my friends, when you spend time outdoors, your body begins to heal itself in quiet, beautiful ways. The fresh air fills your lungs and increases oxygen flow to the heart. The sunlight helps your body produce vitamin D, which supports bone strength and immune health. And the natural sounds, bird song, rustling leaves, flowing water, lower stress hormones, calm your nervous system and help your heart beat more smoothly. Scientists have studied this deeply. In Japan, they call it Shinrin-yoku, or forest bathing. It doesn't mean taking a bath in the forest. It means letting the forest bathe you in calmness, in peace, in fresh air. People who walk among trees for even 20 minutes show lower blood pressure, lower anxiety, and improved immunity. Their hearts literally beat in a more balanced rhythm. But you don't need a forest to find this peace. A small garden, a park bench, even your balcony can be your little corner of nature. It's not about where you go. It's about how you go. When you step outside, leave behind the rush, the phone, the worry. Walk slowly. Notice the warmth of the sun on your skin. Listen to the soft hum of life around you. The bees, the birds, the wind. Feel how your body starts to release its tension. How your shoulders drop, how your breath deepens. That's healing. Quiet, invisible, but powerful. I remember once visiting a retirement home where a small courtyard was filled with flowers. daisies, tulips, and old wooden benches. There was a man named Henry, 80 years old, who used to sit there every afternoon. He said that before moving there, he had constant chest tightness. The doctors said it was anxiety and stress, but after a few weeks of sitting outside each day, he felt lighter. He told me, "Out there, I don't feel old. I just feel alive." And isn't that what we all want in the end? Not to turn back time, but to feel alive in the time we still have. Now, some people might say, "Oh, I'm too old to go out much. My legs aren't what they used to be," and I understand that. Truly, I do. But the beauty of nature's therapy is that you don't need to climb mountains or walk for hours. You just need to be present. If you can sit by an open window and watch the sunlight move across the wall, that's nature. If you can listen to the rain or watch the clouds drift slowly, that's nature. 2. Even tending to a few potted plants or herbs by your kitchen sink can bring the same peace. You don't need to move fast. You just need to remember that you are part of something vast and living, and it remembers you too. There's another reason why being outdoors helps the heart, and it's one that doctors often forget to mention. It's not just the air or the sunlight or the movement, it's connection. When you step outside, you start to notice the world again, and it starts to notice you. The neighbor walking her dog, the child waving from his bicycle, the gardener who smiles as you pass. These small encounters remind you that you still belong, that you're still part of life's great conversation. Loneliness is one of the hardest parts of aging, but the moment you sit under a tree or feed the birds, you're no longer alone, because life, in all its quiet forms, is sitting right beside you. Have you ever noticed how peaceful it feels to watch water? A river, a pond, even the ripples in a puddle? There's something deeply calming about it. Water moves, but never rushes. It reflects the sky, carries light, and accepts every leaf that falls into it. Maybe that's what the heart learns from nature. To flow, to accept, to keep moving gently, even when things change. Sometimes people ask, "But why does nature matter so much now in old age?" And I tell them, because in our later years, life slows down, and so does nature. You and the trees are not so different now. You've both weathered storms. You've both lost some leaves. And yet, both still stand tall, still grow, still give shade and comfort to others. The seasons of nature mirror the seasons of our lives. Spring is youth, full of new beginnings. Summer is middle age, active, bright, full of motion. Autumn is later life, slower, wiser, more colorful, and winter. Winter is not the end. It's rest, a pause before new life begins again. When you spend time outdoors, you're reminded that change is natural, that slowing down is not a failure. It's part of the design. You begin to forgive your body for not being what it once was. You start to see beauty in your wrinkles, like the lines in a tree's bark. Each one a story. A season survived, and that brings peace, the kind that no pill, no doctor, no technology can ever give. I once read about a 90-year-old man named Mr. Sato in Japan. Every morning, even in winter, he would walk to a nearby river and sit for half an hour. When people asked him why, he said, "Because my heart needs to remember it's alive, even in the cold." There's so much quiet wisdom in that. Because sometimes, life itself can grow cold. Routines, losses, illnesses, loneliness. But the moment you feel the wind, see the sky, or hear a bird sing, something inside you wakes up. And that, dear friends, is what keeps the heart young. Let me share one more story. A woman named Ellen, 79, used to say she didn't like being outdoors. She was afraid of bugs, didn't like the heat, and preferred her cozy armchair. But one day, her doctor told her she needed to move more for her heart. So she started sitting on her porch for 20 minutes each morning. At first, she said it felt boring. But after a week, she began noticing the same little sparrow landing on her railing every day. She started leaving crumbs for it. Then, she began talking to it, just a few soft words. Weeks passed, and she began to look forward to those visits. She started planting flowers around her porch. Soon, Her neighbors began stopping by to compliment her garden. And before long, she had new friends, new conversations, new laughter. All because she stepped outside. All because she let nature back into her life. That's the magic of nature's therapy. It doesn't demand perfection or effort. It simply invites you to notice. So if you ever feel tired, lonely, or heavy in your heart, do this simple thing. Step outside. Take a deep breath. Let the air move through you. Feel the ground beneath your feet. Look up at the sky, the leaves, the light, and whisper, I am still part of all this. Because you are. You are part of the trees that breathe for you, part of the sun that warms you, part of the wind that carries stories from far away. And even when you grow old, you are still life itself, still growing, still learning, still shining. Now, let's imagine something together. Picture yourself sitting in a quiet garden. The sun is low, golden light spilling through the leaves. You can hear the faint rustle of branches, the distant laughter of children, the chirp of a cricket hidden in the grass. The air smells of earth and blossoms. You close your eyes, and for a moment, just one, the world feels perfectly balanced. No worries, no rush, no pain. Just life, breathing all around you. That's the gift nature offers us each day, and all we have to do is accept it. So my dear friends, if you can, give yourself those 20 minutes, go outside. Sit in the sun, let your heart listen, let your body remember that it is part of the living world, because even as years pass, even as hair turns silver and steps slow down, life still reaches for you through every breeze, every leaf, every dawn, and your heart, no matter how old, still knows how to answer. Take care of it. Nourish it with calmness, with beauty, with sunlight and air. That's the simplest, truest medicine we have. If this reflection touched your heart, share it with someone you love. Maybe a friend, a parent, a neighbor who spends too much time indoors. Remind them that healing doesn't always come from pills. Sometimes it comes from the whisper of trees, the warmth of light, the quiet song of the earth. And as always, thank you for listening, for reflecting, for being part of this circle of wisdom we share. Until next time, stay gentle, stay curious, and let the world outside remind you that your heart is still strong, still beautiful, and still deeply alive.